Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 7 British destroyer, the Jupiter. And I think the Jupiter is the best Tier 7 destroyer in the game. Or the second best, it depends. The only destroyer that I think holds a candle to the Jupiter is the Haida. And it comes down to one factor: concealment. You see, Tier 7 destroyers are balanced in a weird way. Effectively, they have worse concealment than what you would expect, because destroyers at Tier 8 get access to the concealment upgrade, which reduces their concealment by 10%. Tier 7 destroyers, however, don't have access to it, yet their base concealment seems to be balanced the same way as the Tier 8 one does. Therefore, your concealment just is worse. But Jupiter and Haida don't suffer from this problem, and some of the other relatively newer destroyers are similar. Wow! Deleted by a Bismarck. Wow, I'm surprised. Anyway, the Jupiter has a 5.7 kilometer concealment, which makes it the best concealment at this tier out of any ship. Well, Haida has the same actually. In fact, Haida and Jupiter are actually very similar ships. The biggest difference, I suppose, is that Jupiter has AP shells, whereas Haida has HE and AP. But Jupiter's AP has 60 to 67.5 degree ricochet angles, which means that this AP really does work somewhat similar to HE in a lot of cases. The other big difference is that Haida has a long duration creeping smokescreen, whereas Jupiter has a short duration but fast reloading smokescreen. And honestly, the stats and firepower and access to the tools these two ships have make them the best Tier 7 destroyers. Even if their concealment wasn't the best, I think they would still be at the top of the list out of Tier 7 destroyers. Just having an extra better concealment makes them even better. Like, I genuinely don't think any other destroyers at this tier can really match up to Jupiter and Haida. In my opinion, Jupiter is actually a little bit better than Haida, and it comes down to the fact that AP allows you to take the 2-point captain skill that improves your AP damage by 7.5%. This puts Jupiter ahead of Haida's HE damage per minute by about 8 to 9%. So I think all in all, Jupiter ends up being a little bit better. Now, Jupiter also has torpedoes, but they only have 7 kilometer range. Of course, with 5.7 kilometer concealment, that makes them perfectly usable still. They just aren't as great as higher tier torpedoes are, which matters a lot because these days you get up tiered a decent amount, right? You're not fighting lower tier ships. Also, I do have to say though that this AP can citadel quite a few of the light cruisers you meet. Like I have citadeled some without really expecting it, just random chance. So I actually really like the Jupiter, and I think she is an absolutely excellent destroyer for this tier. In fact, if I had to play destroyer in tier 7 ranked, this is the ship I'd play. Anyway, you also have torpedoes. Well, you only have 5 of them, right? But these are British torpedoes, meaning that you can do single launch, which this Colorado is hopefully going to find out is extremely devastating. So my plan is to get close and just launch them in a single line, like a death ray, to just delete this Colorado. Because he just foolishly decided to push. Now I'm gonna get shot, I'm gonna take damage in return. There's no doubt about it, right? She's gonna get a salvo off, but I have 18,000 HP because this is arms race and I've gained some HP, but normally I would have about 16,000 something HP. Colorado isn't gonna kill me with that. But my torpedoes will.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
God, I love the British Death Ray torpedoes. They're so nice to play with. Like, if they hit, they're just devastating. Anyway, we've taken care of the battleship. You guys know that this is a great ship. Next, I guess we go after the enemy team's heel. Although, I will say that this is kind of a bad idea. You look at the minimap, and the reason why it's bad is because you see those two Alaskas on the right side? Well, they're heading in this direction. And this is why it's a risk. If I had gone straight towards the Massachusetts and Eindracht, this would have probably been a lot safer. Now I just have to hope that the Alaska doesn't radar, because her radar is 10 kilometers. And unfortunately she did radar, which is absolutely the correct choice by the Alaska. Just, I can't do anything about it. This radar lasts for a long time. Oh, that was a nice solo by the Izumo. That guy might actually be saving me here, because I think Alaska will not want to chase me fully because of that. Because chasing me fully opens her broadside out to Izumo again. I do take some damage from the enemies over here, but I'm still fine. 6,800 damage is just alright. And I'm gonna just smoke up since Alaska has turned off. And I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe citadel the Eindracht here. Probably not though. But you never know until you try. Okay, non-penetration. I think that's a no-go. But that's okay. We still do 3,000 damage per salvo. I mean, gotta remember, this is a tier 7 destroyer. The guns deal a really good amount of damage for this. Okay. We need 3 more salvos like that, and the Eindracht will die. So just wait until she comes around the island, and I'm definitely gonna fire here. I don't think it makes sense not to. Ooh, I'm being radared by the second Alaska. This is bad news, because this means there's a second Alaska close by. Uh-oh. And this guy is actually close. Okay, thankfully, Island is gonna protect me. Sure, the first Alaska can still shoot me, but the second one can't. And since the first Alaska is almost 14 kilometers, I'm not that worried. What I am worried though is I would like to go after that Izumo. There's a problem though. See, not only do they have a radar super cruiser and a second radar super cruiser, they also still have a radar destroyer, a tier 9 radar destroyer. If I had a lot of HP, I would go after the Izumo directly and just not worry about the black accidentally being there, because I have no idea. Well, I have as much idea that I am being RPF'd, and almost certainly that is because of the black. The question is she towards the Izumo or not? Well, those torpedoes tell me that she is somewhere over there. Maybe she is sailing towards the Izumo, or was sailing towards her. I don't really know. And this makes it risky. I'm gonna grab the heal. This will tell them where I am, but that's probably okay. The heal is definitely worth it. The question is, do I risk going after the Izumo? Because if I run into the black, I think I'm just gonna die. So I think I'm just gonna turn off a little bit here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until the Izumo gets closer. Actually, I'm gonna mostly wait for my teammates to get closer, because I have a lot of ships on my team. I have an Izumo, I have a Bismarck, I have a Colorado, and I have an Andalusia. So if those guys get closer, I think I'm less worried about trying to fight the black, or accidentally running into her, because I really don't want to fight the black. She's full HP. Meanwhile, I have 8,000 HP. It's not gonna be a good fight for my end, right? Because I can't even like smoke her and then keep shooting because she has radar. And unlike tier 7 destroyers, she's tier 9, so she has access to the concealment upgrade. Not to mention she absolutely outdamages me by a lot because, well, at close range American destroyers are pretty high damage per minute. Also, considering where those torpedoes are coming from, almost certainly there is a USS Black between me and the Izumo. But I'm still gonna sail towards her because now I have... Oh! Wow, that second set of torpedoes actually... Yeah, that one nails it. Now I don't have to worry about the black. So I can just push towards the Izumo. Earlier I was worried, but not that much because I have a Bismarck and a Colorado with me. But now that I saw the second set of torps, I think the black is actually heading towards the Alaska's direction. So I'm not gonna have to worry too much about it. Come on, hopefully the death ray works against the Izumo. I'm gonna sail out a little bit. I don't want to smoke up quite yet because it might spook the Izumo. But I'm gonna do it about now. Because I can just start farming with the AP. Because I think even if those torps hit, it won't be enough.
Generator activated.
Come on.
Torpedoes astern.
Come on. Oh wow, those torpedoes were really close. Oh no! Oh no! The torpedoes missed, and by an inch! Man, that's so sad. Imagine the damage I could have had if I had landed all of those on the Izumo. If only I had more HP, I could have just sailed into the Izumo and done the death ray that way, like I did with the Colorado, but I was just afraid that it might just not work out in my favor. Especially because even if we do take care of the Izumo, I mean, there's still 3 radar ships left on the enemy team. I would like to have a little bit more than no HP. Besides, we can absolutely deal with the Izumo here eventually. Although here I do make a little bit of a mistake. The smoke is pretty short, so I do get spotted here for a little bit. I'm gonna sail a little bit further away, but it's not gonna matter much, because look, I'm already unspotted, and my next smokescreen is up in 5 seconds. Man, that Izumo really is burning. Unfortunate for him, great for us. Because of the improved AP ricochet angles, I don't really get ricochets off the armor plates that I'm hitting here. I might get them off the deck armor, of course, but the stuff that hits like the superstructure or anything over there is not ricocheting. It's just getting AP penetrations. It has to angle, I think, even more than this for ricochet. Actually, no, I think ricochets were already kicking in. Regardless, Izumo is gone, and I am up to 10,000 HP. It's time to go grab the A-cap and then try to find the Alaskas and I suppose maybe the black. If I have backup, I'm okay with fighting the black at this point. With 10,000 HP, I think there's a good chance I can survive the radar duration of her.
Engine boost deactivated.
It's very good that one of their Alaskas is low HP. It means that I don't think she's gonna head towards the A-cap. The other Alaska probably will though. Because she's gonna be up to more than half HP by this point, since they do have 2 stacks of a heal. We only have a single, but that's okay. Interesting torpedoes by the black. I wonder if she was aiming at the Bismarck or maybe even trying to catch me out. Those torpedoes, they're very slow, but if you're sailing towards them, can be pretty scary. But luckily I have hydro for that, so it doesn't really matter for me. Anyway, all we really need to do is wait 5 minutes. We are guaranteed to win this match unless we start losing ships. I think it's a little unlikely though, because, well, 3 battleships and a destroyer versus 2 cruisers and a destroyer. I feel like the advantage is on our side. Oh, that Alaska is coming closer. She's gonna be able to radar me. The question is, does she even have a radar? Yeah, the answer is yes, she does have a radar. Luckily though, I have an island between me and her. I'm gonna still try to sail a little further away in case the black suddenly pops up in the wrong position. Alaska did fire, but that's okay. We avoided it. Maybe I shouldn't have fired my guns. It's whatever. But soon I'm gonna be able to go back in, and then Alaska will not have radar anymore. Oh, there is the black. Hello! That's somebody I don't want to fight 1 versus 1. I mean, she's tier 9, right? 2 tiers higher. But I am absolutely willing to take pot shots at her or the Alaska. Oh, 3k damage. Nice.
Engine boost activated.
Now that the Alaska's radar is gone, I can actually just park up next to her and smoke if necessary. I could also actually get close enough to torpedo her. That's a good idea actually. Have to get within 7 kilometers. I think this is good enough. So the question is the Alaska gonna reverse? Is she gonna go forward? I'm gonna just drop torps on this and hopefully it'll work out. In retrospect though, I should have waited until about right now to launch those torpedoes because I think she can just go forward and avoid them. And I mean, considering the fact that I fire at her, she's gonna probably expect those torpedoes. So, that was a bit of a mistake. I'm really surprised the black isn't trying to fight me though. See, Alaska's turning. Okay, surely that last torpedo will hit, right? Right? I think that's a no, actually. Yeah, I think smoking here was a mistake. I should have kept shooting her until she fires in return, and then used the smokescreen, because then she would have been spotted for another 20 seconds, right? Right now, though, because she didn't fire her guns, my smoke is actually just completely wasted. Actually, maybe it isn't completely wasted, because we actually got the capstone from this. And this guarantees the victory, I think. Sure, it's a 3 versus 3, but technically, if I just wanted to win the game, all I'd have to do is sail away. That is literally all I would have to do. Because if I just start sailing, none of their ships will catch up to me. Oh, wow. Those torpedoes were very scary. They could have just ended me. But anyway, if I just sailed away here, there's nothing they can do. Right? None of them can catch me. And at this point, we're so far ahead in points, even if we lose the Colorado and the Bismarck, we would still win. But I want more damage, okay, guys? I need more damage. Hello, Black, where are you? I'm really surprised the Black isn't trying to fight me, though. Because the longer she waits, I mean, I've healed like 6,000 HP while trying to avoid the Black. And she has actually taken damage. At this point, I might even be able to fight her. Oh, she's radaring me, I believe. It's not, it shouldn't be the Alaska. Or maybe it is the Alaska, I don't really know. Ooh. Wait, what? She permaed my torp tube? What? Buddy, what are you doing? Also, what is the enemy Black doing? What? Why? That Black really should have supported this Alaska here. She should have tried to play in a position to try to fight me. Because I think they would have had a very good chance of actually sinking me in this. But at this point, not really gonna happen. I mean, Alaska might still sink me, right? It's entirely possible, but it's not gonna change the outcome. Oh! Oh, wow! The other Alaska sank the Colorado, and the Colorado sank this Alaska at the same time, so that delayed the game by a few seconds. But regardless, we still win. 129,000 damage in a tier 7 gunboat destroyer. Well, there are torpedoes, but it's mostly gunboat focused. This is a very good result. I played quite a few matches in this ship. And while the ship performed well in all of them, this is by far the highest damage. 2,221 base XP. I think the Colorado and Bismarck played very well this match. We couldn't have won without them. I also think the enemy Alaskas played very well. Black, not so much. I think the Black could have potentially turned the game. Wait, what? I only did 28,000 with the torpedoes on the Colorado? Wow, the guns did almost as much as the torps. That's actually surprising, I didn't realize that part. Anyways, the Jupiter, it's a great ship. Definitely recommend it. If you play tier 7 and as a destroyer, this is an excellent ship to play. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.